guys!
Hello!
Today we are going to finally do a tour of the van. And we have with us a special guest, not only one of my favorite YouTubers and one of the best YouTubers in the Zero Waste community right now, but my lovely sister.
Samantha!
Me! Oh man. Okay. How are we doing this?
Right here.
Hi. Oh. Hi.
So hello guys, we are here with my sister Samantha, also known as Living Waste Free on YouTube, and we are going to do a tour of the van with y'all today. And we figured it would be a great thing to have Samantha here so that we could tour the van with her and you can look at it through her perspective.
Yeah, because this is my first, I've been in the van before, but this is my first tour as well. So we'll get to experience this together.
Exciting!
Alright, so let's start from the far back. So the back here is where we keep a few miscellaneous things. We have guitars. We have a bag of stuff here. And shoved back in this corner, if I can get around you.
Oh yeah.
So, this is how it is. Okay, so back in this corner we have a lumpy pile of coats, because when you're living in van life, you can never have too many coats. And we have, underneath that, a thermal sleeping bag, so that if it ever gets too cold, we can throw that on top. And we have used that a couple times already.
Very warm and sticky.
So that's our little warmness corner. And then we move on to the bed, yeah?
Yeah.
So the bed is our storage area. We have pretty much everything we need for the van under here. We have skateboards and longboards for when we're out exploring things. This tote has just kind of van necessities, dishes and stuff are in there, stuff like that. And the bed itself is made of 2x4 frame. It has legs on either side and 3 support beams going through it. And the top of it is just plywood.
Plywood.
And this is all the clothing that I own in the world. In a tote.
And then we have this blanket here that goes down to kind of cover some of that stuff and to keep from getting plywood splinters everywhere. Then we have 2 layers of 1.5 inch foam, so 3 inches in total, although this one's a liar.
It is. Walmart lies.
Walmart lies.
We're not sponsored
Don't
by Walmart.
trust.
Or else we wouldn't tell you that they lie.
This one is actually really nice though, and we are planning on getting another 3-inch one to put on top of this at some point to make it a little bit more livable.
Did you get them both at Walmart?
We did. This one was a little more expensive, so instead of getting 2 of these, we opted for this because it was like $20. It wasn't worth it. So then we have a sheet. We have this quilt, and we have another quilt.
Beautiful
And
Beatles themed quote.
that my mom made for me like years ago, and I love it. I use it every night. I have used it every night since she made it, basically. And we are going to put another quilt, this quilt, I'll add that in post, that my mom just made for me. So we have 3 quilts that go on this, and then we have a little stack of extra blankets here.
We have this shelf over here that's kind of like a bedside table for us that I made. I don't know if you can get a shot of that, but this weird like makeshift shelf out of duct tape. So that just has like bedside things.
So that's our little bed area.
Oh, we have also laundry over here. Beautiful, dirty laundry. And the Sex Pistols poster that we got in Dublin when we went to visit in Ireland.
So moving on inward towards the front of the van, we can now mention the floor, which you have probably seen from the back, but this is a vinyl floor that we put down specifically because it's waterproof. Having like a bare metal floor or the plywood that was underneath it would have been splintery and gross and hard to clean. So the vinyl floor was one thing that we decided was probably our most important thing to add into the van.
So that, you know, our floor's not ugly and dirty and gross all the time.
And spills happen, and you don't want spills to soak into the plywood. You want them to be easily cleanable.
It's so pretty.
And then we have some rugs that we bought real cheap in Walmart, man, for the sake of wiping off our shoes, because currently we can only get in the front of the van.
Ah, yes. This side door that we have mentioned in a few of our previous videos, and this that was such a nice feature, no longer are applicable because this door is jammed shut, which is, on the whole, better than it not being able to lock, which it initially didn't, which is why we have these bungees hanging up here, because we just bungeed it shut. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore because it's not coming up.
It's eternally locked.
So we don't feel bad about that.
So moving on, we have our shelving unit, and this was installed when we first got the van, which you guys will know if you watched our van build video, in which we ripped out everything except for this. We have on this side our carbon monoxide detector, and that is because we bought ourselves a nice little Mr. Buddy heater, and it's very important to know if you're going to suffocate to death in the middle of the night while sleeping. I said that with too much pep.
That was the perfect amount of pep.
On our first shelf, it's kind of roughly organized. This is books, CDs, this is some like self-care stuff like soap, face masks if we ever get the chance to use them, and also some like arts and crafts.
Duct tape is one of the best ways to do anything.
I made that shelf out of duct tape. Alright, moving back to the shelves. This is our shelf of like practical stuff. So we have our water jug that's not filled right now. We have like the screws and the drill. We have our stove lighter, our pot. This is an empty water bottle that we can use to refill. So don't get rid of your stuff, folks. This little thing of bungee cords and our LED lamp that we got for free at my work's Christmas party.
On the topic of the light, we have this duct tape down here, and that is our touch battery powered light. And we also have these push lights that we got for like $4 at Walmart.
Yeah.
And they are velcroed and duct taped up. And we have them going back at intervals throughout the van, one right above our heads when we sleep, so that we can have a little bit of light in here because it gets very dark.
Yep, living in a van is darker than you'd expect.
Yes. This is also, the carbon monoxide detector is also held up with Velcro and duct tape.
And then the last final top shelf is not very exciting. We just have our extra bungee cords up here and also towels for, you know, when it's actually warm and we can swim places and shower and stuff.
Yes, yes. Because we are in frigid cold Nebraska right now. Moving forward though, we get to the front of the van and we have here this little curtain that blocks light coming in here. These are room darkening curtains, thank God. And I had these already from like a couple years ago when I was planning on living in my car. Didn't end up living in my car, but I had these for that purpose, so this was already something we could use. And we have this just safety pinned up across this metal barrier that was already here, so that we can pull that back when we are back here doing our thing. So, moving on up. Up here we have some more storage space behind the seats. Behind this seat is our various fluids and some tools. We have this tool set here and a few other things under there. Then back behind Jasper's seat,
Our little Mr. Buddy heater is here. He almost set our van on fire one night because we weren't paying attention, so be safe, folks.
Yeah, definitely don't have anything above your heater that is flammable, or anything above your heater at all.
You'd think we would have thought of that.
You would, but we didn't. Other than that, they're relatively safe, as long as they're in a wide open area where they can't set shit on fire.
And then for things that we have in the front seat here, we keep the water that we're currently drinking. Any full water jugs that we haven't drank out of are on the shelves back there. but these are our current waters. And this is our cooler, which we just keep snacks in. So, because you know, ice or whatever. We just have some like emergency snacks, crackers, trail mix.
All of this was given to us except for the trail mix as well.
Yeah.
We try to avoid packaging and whatnot as much as we can because the overlap between zero waste and van life is minimalism, and so we try to live a very minimal life. Which brings us to our trash can, which we have up front by the cooler. And it may sound odd, but we are actually gonna have my sister rifle through our trash at this point.
I'm frightened for this, by the way, because I am a trash person. I create too much trash for my own good, for the Earth's good, for everyone else's good. So, it's going to be interesting to see some alternative options that we can take and such. So, thank you guys for watching so much. It's been a pleasure to have you walk through our home.
We really appreciate having you with us. We appreciate you being here for this video.
Yeah, thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. This van is so cool. Like, it's way bigger than you think it's gonna be. From the outside, it looks like a big van, but from the inside, it feels so much bigger. Like, I could live in this. This is nice. Yeah.
That's nice.
You'd be amazed how much of a difference the flooring makes.
Oh yeah.
Because that nice warm orangey color really opens up the space.
Yeah, and it's cool to see what you guys have in the van because it is very minimalistic. And I'm currently moving, and so I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my stuff and become more minimalistic. So it's nice to see that it can be done and like see the items that you actually use
Right,
and
yeah.
want to keep with you. Yeah.
And that was our thing with the build. We always knew we were going to add more to this along as we go. But when we did the initial build, we kept it to the bare necessities so that we didn't add anything extra that we didn't need and then have to tear it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Samantha, for coming to look at this for us. Thanks for the compliments.
And thanks for everybody watching this. Definitely be sure to go check out her video that she's going to do.
We're going to do a video on my channel where I talk about trash.
Nice. All right.
It's basically my life.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Sweet.
Alright.
Do you want to lead in?
Well, what do I say?
You can't make me. I'm bald.
Okay, I'll do it. Let's do that again.